Hi, I'm Geoenvironmental Atmospheric Forecaster Andrew Fleck, just to discuss some snow upcoming for the Mid-Atlantic for later this week and weekend. Not in any way or shape or form of a very high accumulation event, but just some snow, a dusting, an inch, something that'll at least make some of these snow-driven, drought-hungry people looking for some flakes. And that we could say right now looks very possible. There's going to be a low pressure that makes its way out of the Ohio Valley later this week, and for the weekend bringing a potential for a very, very light swath of snow, either for the inland areas of the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast, or closer toward the inland and coastal areas, which would also include the I-95 corridor. Again, we're not looking at over or anything above 2 inches, but certainly a coating an inch, something that at least whitens the ground, is not out of the question at this point. You can see the map here, we have one track either going more inland, or we have one track that slides through Pennsylvania and off the coast. There's two models that give very good different outcomes, and we're going to explain that and what needs to happen for the coastal track or the more inland track to occur. So we're first going to show you the ADA model, and what the ADA model is going to show you is that more coastal track. Okay, so what happens here, and the first line here on the top is where the storm is as it moves into the region, and then the bottom row here is the actual outcome after it does move into the region. You can see here that you have a trough, all right, moving through. You have a bit of a troughing, okay, in here, and that's where the highest energy is going to be, and that's where your low pressure is, past here, west of the area around Pittsburgh. What that's going to do is that's going to bring a swath of snow for the western parts of the area, extending a little bit into the eastern portions of Pennsylvania and New York. But then later on, what happens is the energy really begins to deepen. You can see it here, trough stronger, energy in it much stronger, and the low pressure is going to initially go from inland to coastal. So now you're going to be getting a swath of snow, and like I said, folks, a very light swath of snow, not just in the western and interior region, but also now the coastal I-95 corridor in there. And again, we're not outputting any more than over a tenth, or not even a 15th of an inch, and in snow equivalent, that's about a coating, an inch, nothing really more. Maybe inland, that's probably a higher potential of 1, 2, 3 inches, but coastal not so much. But hey, it's snow, and we haven't had much this year, and it would be nice to see at least something falling out of the sky. That there is what I showed you being the coastal track. The energy digs much, much deeper and much more around the coast, and that's where that low pressure is going to go, to where the highest energy is going to be. Now, the GFS model is going to show you elsewise. It's going to show you that the storm is going to go much more interior, and because it goes interior, you're going to get the snow interior and nothing much coastal at all. We'll show you that in the beginning here. The storm is much more north and west, not even in the region, more likely in Canada, and that's going to have this trough all the way back west here, and that's going to bring all this snow for I-80 and northward. Okay, and probably you're going to get some more intense snows out of this track for the interior, but no snow at all for the coastal. And then what happens as the end product is we have it digging much more from northeast to southwest. Low pressure sticks up here. Highest energy is more inland, and all the snows are going to be much more inland, not really tagging the coastal areas at all. So two tracks, two different, very different outcomes. I show the ADA, show the GFS, because both have not really come to any sort of agreement. They've been standing on their own. If anything does begin to agree, we'll alert you on whether that would be the ADA track, where some of that snow could come as far east as the I-95 corridor, or the GFS track keeping west of the area and more of north of the I-80 corridor. So we'll have to see what happens, but like I said, as mentioning, we do have either that low pressure taking the track inland, equaling not much snow, or taking more of that tapping coastal, finally bringing some very light flurries, snow showers, potential for coating an inch east into the I-95 corridor and those coastal areas. For now, I have what shaded is what I think is going to occur, and that's more of some of that snow maybe getting into, those major cities and a little more east, but, where it's shaded, I think has the best chance as of right now. It all depends where the models agree on, and therefore after. So I'm Geoenvironmental Atmospheric Forecaster Andrew Fleck. Continue following me, and we'll continue outputting the latest updates on this very, very light potential possibility for snow. Have a great day.